favorite channels in HD. Looked like a very promising start for Philadelphia in their half of the first. They get only one. Good pitching by Garza to limit the damage, and now Jamie Moyer is set to pitch to Carl Crawford. Deanna Navarro and Gabe Gross with a 1-0 lead.
And you got to think that meeting by Joe Madden on the mound did something. I mean, the Phillies had second, third, nobody out, 2-1 to Chase Utley, and the Phillies got 1 run out of that inning. Disappointing from the Phillies standpoint.
So Moyer is set to go, and Carl Crawford, who is 9 for 19 in his career against the Philadelphia left-hander, looks at one that misses, a changeup, ball 1. There are the numbers for Crawford. His only hit in this World Series, a home run in Game 1. That's a strike. It's 1-1. Crawford flies one into left, a long run for Burrell, and he cannot get to it. It's a fair ball, and it's a double for Crawford. Good start to this second inning for Tampa Bay, as Crawford put it in a spot where Pat Burrell did not get to in time.
That's a spot where nobody plays. Burrell is not a fast runner, but he's sure-handed. But this ball just off the webbing kind of lodges under his right leg, and Crawford with his speed has a relatively easy double.
So there's the tying run with nobody out, and Deanna Navarro digs his way in. Navarro, then Gabe Gross. Deanna has 2 hits, both came in Game 2. Inside, ball 1. Runner in second, nobody out, and Navarro gets it off the end of the bat. That is caught by Utley. Good play. Not an easy play, and Utley almost took a tumble.
Yeah, the reason that was not an easy play, the ball didn't have a lot of hang time. And Chase going back, turning to his right, and now backpedals and makes the play. That outfield in that area, right behind the infield, is still rather wet.
And for more on the playing conditions down there on the field, let's check in with Chris Myers.
Yeah, Joey, I walked the field earlier, and B.J. Upton actually came on and said that although it drained well, the slick surface, you can't charge the ball, and before you make a jump or react, you have to be sure. It could have had something to do with Pat Burrell maybe getting a late jump on that fly ball.
Here's Crawford stealing third, and he's safe with 1 out. What a good play by Crawford, who's now 7 for 7 stealing bases this postseason.
Yeah, when the out was made, with 1 out is the best time to try to steal third base. And for his career, Carl Crawford is second all-time in his proficiency, stolen base proficiency, behind Willie Wilson, 82.5% career.
Now the 0-1 to Gross is inside. Crawford also has the most stolen bases in the American League since 2003 with 293. And even with this damp track, he took off and made it ahead of the throw by Ruiz. The struggling Gabe Gross, the 1-1 pitch, is down for ball 2. Gross was hitless in the ALCS, 0 for 10. And he's just 1 for 16 during the postseason. Here's a 2-1. And he lifts one into right center field. Back is Victorino, who says he's got it. He does. Tagging and scoring is Crawford. The stolen base pays off, and this game is tied in 1.
And another thing that paid off was Joe Madden putting in Gabe Gross in lieu of Rocco Baldelli or Franklin Perez. The sacrifice fly by Gross. And again, the Rays strike with what the papers have called small ball, and small ball pays off big when you do it well.
Here's Jason Bartlett now with the bases empty and 2 away. Bartlett is in the number 8 spot. Moyer gets strike one. Moyer, in his first postseason start this year, was a loser in Game 3 of the division series in Milwaukee, 4-1 the final. He lasted only 4 innings.
By the way, I said Franklin Perez, I meant Fernando Perez.
Game 3 of the NLCS was a 7-2 loss, and he couldn't make it through the second. He's 1 out away from doing just that, but he has given up a 1-run lead. 2 balls and a strike. Bartlett in the air to center. Back is Victorino, and off we go into the bottom of the second. The Phillies will have Victorino, Feliz, and Ruiz. We're now tied 1-1.